These are the last days of not paying the harmonized sales tax on a lot of goods and services across British Columbia, and it is a time when some economists, including those at the Fraser Institute, are claiming that the HST is going to have major benefits for big business in BC. Today, A News reporter Shachi Curl talked with one of Vanocuver Island's biggest and best-known manufacturers to find out if the company agrees. Shachi joins us now with the story. Shachi.
Viking Air employs hundreds of people, was even contacted by the Campbell government to find out how the HST will affect it. But you might be surprised at what the company is saying. At Viking Air, hundreds of workers are busy on the floor, filling millions of dollars worth of orders, building planes and plane components. The company is one of the island's best manufacturing success stories. But will that success continue under the Harmonized Sales Tax? That's the government's argument, but we put the question to Viking's controller, Brian Sluggett.
Well, the impact for us is not as significant given that as a manufacturer, we're already PST exempt. So on the vast majority of our inputs, all our raw materials, all our capital purchases, we were never paying PST in the first place.
Where the company has noticed major impact is in all the money it's had to pay to get ready to collect the tax. Sluggett says it's been chaotic and costly just trying to figure out the rules and find proper guidance.
The implementation was huge. It involved a lot of consultant costs, so we had to consult our accountants as well as IT consulting to get our systems to conform to the new HST, which was not an easy task.
Where he says savings will come is on the repair and operations side, which makes up about 30% of the expenditures. So on the whole, Viking Air will be a little better, but not much.
It's not as great. It's not as great as they make it sound.
It's kind of like the story with the anti-hst petition drive. Signing the thing has made about 700,000 British Columbians feel better, but it won't do much to stop the tax. Even then, BC's business leaders are seeking a judicial review to stop the petition.
We think that it's important, before we go much further down the road with this initiative, that clarity be sought as to whether or not the petition is actually legally constructed or not.
BC's opposition leader, who is also opposed to the tax, calls that an attempt to subvert democracy.
Well, this smacks of desperation. The government has lost on the argument around the HST.
So as we lurch towards July 1st and the implementation of the HST, both sides of the debate continue to slug it out. And Brian Sluggett prepares for business as usual under a tax that won't hurt his business, but won't really help it either.
Those cost savings are not going to translate into new jobs or new capital equipment that we can invest in.
Now, Hudson, that legal challenge of the HST petition means a judge is now going to have to decide if the law that calls on the government to tear up the HST is constitutionally valid. It's complicated, but essentially organizers of the Fight HST side say they're not backing down, and they are still on track for Bill Vanderzam to turn in all those pages of that 700,000 name petition at Elections BC tomorrow afternoon.
And we'll be there.
All right.
All right, Shachi Curl reporting. Shachi, thank you.
You're welcome.